Okay, so hi, and today we're on a faster video straight into the program. You know, these upper body ones are the ones everyone enjoys, especially Gaelic footballers. We love training our upper body. So today's program is the orange phase of the program, so your second 4-week phase from weeks from 5 to 8. It's going to take you through some harder exercises in the first program, some lower reps in the first program, and more progress, more gains in strength, more gains in muscle mass, and exactly what you need to be focusing on in the upper body to make you stronger, more injury proof and more powerful out there on the pitch. So with that being our introduction, let's jump straight into the video and I'll take you through every exercise on it. Okay, so our last video we focused on nutrition, and with nutrition what I constantly reinforced was get the basics right, and the two basics with nutrition were your protein intake and keeping your calories consistent. So real consistency in them over time, get the basics right, everything else then should fall in when you get the basics right. And it's exactly the same with training as I've been saying all along. So the basics of your upper body work, get really good at chin-ups and dips. I'm such a big believer in that. That doesn't mean calories are the only thing in nutrition that matters. That doesn't mean dips and chin-ups are the only exercises that matter. But if you get them right, chances are you'll be pretty strong and you'll make plenty of progress in the gym. So with that being said, your first superset is dips and pull-ups. I'm a huge fan of both exercises. You'll build plenty of muscle and plenty of functional strength in your upper body by getting good at those two exercises, those two bodyweight exercises. If you think about any athlete that does them, like a gymnast or any sort of weightlifter, if they're always in phenomenal shape, if they can master their own body weight, the tough bodyweight exercises, they get really strong, very muscular very quickly, and provided their diet is right, obviously, very lean as well. So with dips, we're going to go, there's a good few different ways you can do dips, but as shown in the video there, what we're going to focus on is a just outside shoulder width position. So not very wide like you would if you were focusing on chest, just outside shoulder width, drop down to the bottom, all the way down and all the way up. The mistake most people make with dips is just not going deep enough. Your shoulders are well able to handle a really deep position in dips, okay? Provided you have no existing shoulder injuries, like we said, but this isn't a rehab program, this is a strength program. And if you have no problem with your shoulders up until now, then dips will really strengthen your shoulders and make them injury proof. So get down low and start off with your body weight, build up in reps, and then you can add weight. I've got up to 60 kg for a single on these and 40 kg for reps, so I'm not a huge guy. So you could easily be doing 20 kg for 6 to 10 reps by the end of this program if you're pretty good at dips already. Don't doubt yourself how strong you can get at this lift just by practicing, just by being consistent with it every day. The second exercise is wide pull-ups. So when we do pull-ups, we like to think chest up rather than chin up. So chin up often goes forward like that, and we're trying to avoid that position. So if you watch the video there, you'll see I like thumb on top of the bar. That's just my preference. It's up to you what you do, but I like thumb on top of the bar. I feel a nicer grip, and drive the elbows straight down. Think chest to bar rather than chin to bar, and all the way down at the bottom, getting a full stretch on the lats. Don't worry if you can't get quite as high on the last few reps. Just think chest up, head back, rather than chin up, and drive the elbows down. You should feel your back muscles working really hard, as opposed to if you do chin up and chin going forward over the bar, you tend to feel it far more in your arms, which there's nothing wrong with inherently, but for posture, I would prefer the chest up version. So the second superset we're on is B1 and B2, dumbbell shoulder press and prone KP rows. So the thing with dumbbell shoulder press is we're already after pressing down the way like this, and the shoulder press you're pressing up the way. So it's still a press, all different angles of presses. It's still a press, but this one is from the exact opposite angle to a dip. So what I want you to do is push the weight straight up. Neutral position is easiest on the shoulder, really good for shoulder health also, and just press straight up. I don't like having the bench straight up seated, I like it back one, but if it is seated, it's not the end of the world. So straight up, push straight up. We'll go a little bit higher in reps on these than the dips and the pull-ups. Don't be afraid to add weight, press weight higher than these, even though they're after your dips. Second exercise in that superset is prone kettlebell rows. So I really love this exercise. If you haven't got kettlebells, then obviously just use dumbbells. What I like about using kettlebells in this exercise is it allows your elbows to drive back further and it increases the range of motion. And that's key with the rows you want, or any back work in general. It's a big range of motion. So all the way down, big squeeze, squeeze your lats, squeeze your back muscles together. Don't do a shrugging motion like this when you're rowing. You want chest into the pad, drive the elbows backwards. You'll see plenty of machines if you work out in a commercial gym that mimic this movement, but you can do dumbbells or kettlebells as well. There's no big, huge advantage to doing dumbbells or kettlebells compared to a machine, except maybe an extra little bit of range of motion. But for a lot of prone row machines, T-bar row machines, the range of motion is excellent in my experience. Okay, so C is on its own, and it's a rear delt exercise like we did on your last program, the blue phase. The C exercise is on its own. It's power raise, absolute favourite of mine. Quite a difficult exercise. You won't need to use much weight. You're lying down over the side of the bench like the video shown, and your arm is going in a straight line across your chest and in front of your face. The big mistake people make with these is they start coming down towards their stomach and back like that. Whether what you want to do is keep it up here and across in front of your face. Whether you do a pronated grip or a neutral grip, it doesn't make a huge difference, just as long as you got that big range of motion and you're nice and slow. Don't be worrying about using much weight on exercises like power raises. Just get really good range of motion, perfect exercise selection, exercise execution. There's no magic sets and reps, there's no magic order or supersets or anything like that. We just want to pick good exercises and execute them perfectly. So with the power raise, super exercise for the rear delts, for posture, for shoulder stability, pull across the body and you'll feel your rhomboids as well. Sorry, I'll be 1 minute. Okay, and the final tricep, like on the first program also, you got biceps, triceps, and an exercise we'll say for shoulder health. So this one is more focused on your trap 3 Y raises. The first one is Zatman curls, so bicep curls. Squeeze up at the top. We'll go a little higher on the angle this time than the 45 degrees. Twist at the top and then slow on the way down. Real slow on the way down is really important, as that's when your bicep works hardest. Like a lot like your bicep femoris in your leg. 12 to 15 reps, 10 to 12 reps for bicep work is what we normally recommend. If you've already done your heavier strength lifting, this is just for shoulder health and for arm strength, getting a bit of volume work in there at the end. Biceps like shoulders, triceps like shoulders don't need a ton of heavy weight or anything like that. Do your compounds, just focus on getting a burn, getting plenty of blood in there and making sure we work hard on structural balance. Also, when you're pronating at the top and slow on the way down, twist at the bottom and supinate on the way up. You're going to get more forearms on the way down and more bicep on the way up. Zatman curls is a really good exercise for wide grip pull-ups. That's why we're having it on this program, because you have wide grip pull-ups on it. So Zatman curls is one of the curls that will transfer over to grip strength and pull-up strength the most. The second exercise is decline dumbbell extensions. I love doing these with kettlebells as well, but if you haven't got kettlebells, just do them with dumbbells. I'll show dumbbells in the video. It's really important that your elbow stays back here and stays fixed in the one position, that you're not turning it into a pullover movement and taking the triceps out of it, bringing in your serratus and your lats. You want to keep the elbow fixed in one position, bring it back and flex forward hard as you can. Again, big stretch on the triceps at the back is the name of the game with this exercise. And when you squeeze it at the top, slow all the way down again and squeeze it at the top. You want your biceps touching your forearms, big stretch, higher reps again, get plenty of blood into the muscle after the primary lifts. Doing these and dips in the same workout should feel great, and you should feel a big pump in your triceps and plenty of gains in strength and size in your tricep muscles across the dips, shoulder press and tricep extensions. And finally, the last one, the Y raises, is for the middle of your back here, the traps at the top, and then you have the middle of your back down here, the lower trap. This is a stabilizer muscle, and it pulls you back, doing this from forward, from your caveman sitting in a desk position to being pulled back like this. So up, Y raises, like shown in the video, your thumb's facing out a little bit, straight up at the top. Angle at the bench should be 45 degrees, straight up, real slow on the way down. And it might take you 5-6 reps before you start feeling anything in your back other than this. But slow and controlled is the name of the game with these. You won't be using ever more than 2.55 kgs, but you will feel it really good for your posture to get up into that position where you're face down and you're driving backwards. Really good for all your bench pressing movements, dipping movements, and for getting that extra squeeze on your rows. Improving posture, which is always good for shoulder health. Alright, so to finish off the video, that's phase 2, the orange phase, the second upper body program. It's a good bit harder than the first. The reps are a little bit lower, as you'll see from the program sheet. If any of you want the program sent on to you, just message me on Instagram or Facebook or whatever way you want to get in touch, and I'll send it on to you, I'll DM it to you. As usual, push yourself very hard, focus on the technique. Don't be worrying too much about the reps, just as long as your technique is really good and you're pushing yourself very, very hard. These exercises will improve you massively as long as you're executing them properly and you're working very, very hard. Whatever the reps are, just make sure you're working hard. I'll write some sort of reps out there, but like reps and sets are a guideline. If you want to do an extra set here and there of arms or something like that, it's absolutely no problem. Just make sure whatever exercise it is, you're really focusing on your technique and you're working really, really hard. As usual, thanks for watching. Don't hesitate to get in touch and enjoy phase 2 of the Off-Season The Works video. I'm really enjoying helping you be the best you can be and make as much strength gains over the off-season as you can. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.